Join us on another adventure with Wild and Free
Interior Alaska.
If you watched Phase 2, you saw a sneak peek of our outhouse. So here it is. We actually prepared everything in our garage first before we hauled it all out. It was all marked and we started to put it together. We'll go into a little bit more detail about that here in a moment and some live video showing this come together. But these are the phases of trying it out. Now that the frame is together and the plywood's on, it's time to cut the hole so that we can install the toilet seat. Luxury.
Go till it won't go no more. No more, no more, no more.
Little man had to try it on for size. So we need an outhouse for our cabin that's in progress. And I've never built anything with a frame before ever. So I found a pattern or whatever you want to call it, a plan online. I amended it based on this piece of plywood that was extra so that I wouldn't have to cut it. So we made our outhouse to fit that. So I adjusted everything, but I also had to adjust it because we aren't doing a traditional outhouse. Being on the side of the mountain, digging can be quite difficult once you get through this muskeg, and we didn't really want to keep moving it. So we're doing a barrel. Pretty Alaskan. We're also remote, keep that in mind. So this barrel, we built the sides for so that it can lift out the back. So we'll have handles there. We'll be able to pull it out, and there will be a trap door here, and then we'll be able to replace it. Yeah, so it's coming together. We got our seat installed. We got everything framed. It's not the prettiest, but it's not terrible. Look at that. Fancy. We got our roof so that it is clear to let in light, and then you can observe the aurora when you are taking a poop out here, looking at your view of the mountains. What could be better? All right, here she is. It's a beaut, Clark. Our under $200 outhouse using slab wood as siding. Look at this. Some steps into the throne. A real toilet. Flies already trapped. A little shelf. It is beautiful. And the clear sky, so you can see the aurora, the stars, and the sunlight goes in. So like I said, we prepared everything in our garage at our house. We marked it all, kind of like IKEA furniture. So when we brought it out there, I could put it back together again because I've never built a stick frame building ever. But we did it. We did it for under $200. We used the slab wood like you saw for the sides. Kind of helps the airflow as well. And after we got it all together, it was time to install the hardware so it was a little easier to use, make it pretty. As you'll notice, I am carrying my handgun. I am alone out here at this moment, putting on the hardware while my husband was making a few round trips, bringing out more material. So there's a lot of work that I was able to complete myself, and I did end up doing the majority of this outhouse all by myself. So honestly, pretty proud of that fact. I did have some help from some amazing friends that came out as well, and my husband helped with a few other small features, but for the most part, this was my project, and I was able to complete it, and it's working out amazing. Once I got all of the hardware installed so that we could close the door when we were in there, which honestly, it's not like there's really anybody else around. You're usually going out there by yourself anyways, one-person job. You can enjoy the view if you'd like, But if you want a little bit more privacy, there is a latch on that door now, and it's really just to keep the critters from getting in there when we're gone. So far, no bears have decided to get into our poo, and that's making me pretty happy. Also, have not tried to turn it into their den as winter approaches. Currently, lighting wasn't really an issue because it is summer, and in interior Alaska, the summer is bright pretty much all day, all night. But I did go ahead and later install some solar lights, and you'll see those here shortly. And that definitely has helped for our winter excursions out to the outhouse because winter is dark, very, very dark. And while yes, that beautiful top lets in some light, having some solar feature is nice. Now that winter is here, we had to give the outhouse a little bit of winterization. In order to do that, the classic thing in Alaska is to use this blue styrofoam that you see right here. I cut out not the prettiest hole, but it's working. And I'm just going to show you in this example setting it on top. However, when I actually use it, I lift up the entire toilet lid, then place down the blue styrofoam, sit directly on top of that, do my business without my butt cheeks freezing to the toilet seat, and voila, here you have it. See you next time, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Give us a like and subscribe and follow for our next adventures on Wild and Free.
Interior Alaska.